Wait, am I live? Apparently I am. I need to connect to OBS real quick. Right, I'm live. There we go. Okay, George, can you put something in chat, please? Okay. What? Because it's delayed. Just wait. Yeah, well, that might. Well, it should be working, George. Look. It is working. Let me have a look. No, it is working, George. It is. No, it is working, George. It is. No, it is working, George. It is. No, it is working, George. It is.
What?
Stop hocking it. You fucking rubbing your dick across the mic. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, no way. I've got another subscriber now. 13. Right, mute that. Right. It's loading. Well, while it's loading, I'll pop to the loo, BRB. Oh. Why is my game so laggy? Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. It's right, I'm just saying the quality isn't going to be that good because I'm on my PC. So today we're working in Blockville, which honestly you have no clue about because I haven't even shown this before. But it used to be a railway, we're restoring it. This is the Blockville Heritage Railway. What we need to do is and I'm going to work on it, make it go to Barcelona, Glasgow, and FRA City, meaning it will be the largest heritage railway. It also means that this first train that doesn't, like all trains are FRAC, this will be the first train that doesn't goes between other cities, which is pretty cool in my opinion. The only thing is we won't be able to build the station in Glasgow. No, this is in Glasgow. But, like, Blockville's a shared project. The district. So we're going to have to get permission off Rowan for that. So you can see for the time being we've got the train here. Going up and down this short path. So the first thing we're going to make it do is go across here. We'll only chop down a strip of trees because this is protected forest land. Possibly make across here. And when it comes to here, the Barcelona train station, what the fuck? Why is there only a single carriage on the Pepsi train? Whatever. Build another platform here with a rail. And eventually somehow we'll make it cross here. It will probably go left and then cross here because that's a much easier point. This is also protected forest land, but we'll try to get it is my protected forest land. So we'll probably only need to chop down a strip. And to save even more trees, we'll cross over here, where it will then go along the edge of here, because this is soon going to be in December, so not soon. There's this, but it will probably go along here, follow along somewhere along here, and wrap round to here on this hillside, which we'll just do some terraforming for. So we've got a lot of work to do. And for some reason the trains always seem to act a little strange when I play on my PC. But whatever. George, can you stop, please? Because all I hear is shh. It's really annoying. So this is going to be way slower to build considering I'm on my PC as well. Anyway, so first start with some brick. Because we're not going to use gravel. Because it's a bridge, we'll use andesite instead. Won't be that detailed at first, but we'll make it more detailed as time goes on, shall we say. As you can tell, it's really laggy playing on my PC, but I can't really live stream on my Xbox, that's the thing. Xbox, if you get what I mean. I can record videos on it, but that's about it really. I mean, even if you look here, you can clearly see in the water the ruins of an old bridge. And this is before we even had add-ons even existed, so this was minecarts. I want to try to spread the supports out as far as I can, but while still being structurally sound. And so, yeah. Okay, first support going in. Just looking for it there. Yes, this is looking very good so far. Might even raise the bridge a bit because we don't want it being really low on the ground. We'll probably have it up above the forest to avoid wildlife being hurt by it and ran over. So it would not be nice. However, I know in this add-on, the trains add-on by Podcrash, which is the best one. Podcrash make the best add-ons. I mean, the machines add-on isn't that great, but other than that, the best. There is no narrow gauge and standard gauge. Personally, if this was real life, I'd say this was narrow gauge, but I think I'd say in this it's narrow gauge, but the ones that we saw over there were standard. It just varies. We kind of just say what it is and not. If it's narrow gauge, it usually runs slower, and if it's a heritage railway, it's usually going to run on steam, which this one does, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. So see, the first bridge support is in, looking very nice. Very in place, I'd say. Looks very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, oh wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slab. Oh, fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slab, stair, stair, actual support. Now, so if you looked at it side, we need to make it look like it actually fits in to the landscape. So it's like embedded into the bed of the river. Oh, very nice. Wow, that turned out way better than I thought it would. Pretty good. I don't think we need railings on the side for now. I think we're okay with that. I don't know why picking up the track made my game like horribly, but whatever. I'm not going to let the train through yet. What I mean by that, I'm not going to let it fall off the cliff a minute, putting the stopper here and letting it go further, which will be a lot nicer and probably, in real life gets more customers than just going up a small hill and back down again, but it's more for the donations. You know what I mean? I know there's a railway that's like that in real life. That's only just I can't remember the name of the town, but he brought his fireman. I'll put a link to the video on what this reminds me of, this railway, because this building here, apart from the shed at the back and the platform, is original. And this sign that says "To the First Town," because we don't know really what to call it, because the whole realm was called Fun So Fun, which is not anymore. I'm not getting into it, long story. But everyone only lived at the time, and then eventually more cities began to pop up, so we don't know what to call it, so we just call it First Town. My evidence to support this is a sign right here. Obviously a modern sign that says Blockville Heritage Railway. And here the inside has been fully restored. How it would have looked like. This is basically just a ticket office. However, the glass windows have been added here so you can look into the shed. Okay, so I don't want to use fire. The reason for this is, well, you know what I mean? Just everything will be engulfed in flames. So we're just going to have to start chopping down trees. God, I hate the lag playing on my PC, honestly. Oh, look at this in front of us. There's some of the original line, which will only probably won't destroy because it'll be under the bridge, will it? So cool seeing remnants of some of the older railways. There is another heritage railway on this that I made. It's been restored, but so cool seeing that. So cool seeing old track. But okay, I need to start destroying these branches and that and tree. This tree that we've just shot down and the other one. I think this tree can stay. Just trim it back. So I want to save as many trees during this as possible. They only chop down what's necessary, and obviously we'll replant other trees in a different area to make up for this. Okay, it may not be as tagged as I thought it would be, but here you are, and it's not as high up as I thought it would be, so we might as well just make this go down to the ground level. Not a long bridge, but it is a nice bridge. Yeah, we'll go with that. See this rain? Thunderstorm, actually. Just sit back in the chair because my bloody back is knacking. Bring my keyboard and mouse closer to me. Oh, there we go. Nice caps lock on, honestly. There we go, the game just got a lot smoother. Still laggy though. But playable. Playable at least. You know, people who are going to watch this stream back probably just, they might just want to watch me build, but probably be better if I actually talk about something. So I'm going to talk about the history of this realm. So this realm, as of this year, as of the 22nd of April, is officially 7 years old, since it was made in 2019. All started out with the first town, which is now known as FRA City, which is actually my current town. Over time, it grew and expanded until the first Gov Tripod War, where basically a bunch of tripods invaded, and we managed to fight them back and won. It was victorious, and people celebrated, but we were always prepared in case they ever came back. Following this time of peace, other towns and cities begin to pop up, such as Blockville, where we currently are, Hiddlesborough, Germany, Ireland, and the desert town. The first one to expand out of FRA City was the desert town, which is a small desert-themed town just on the outskirts, which honestly is still there and looks very nice. Then after that, Blockville, Germany, and that. The only thing is, Blockville, where we are now, which I am actually going to show you because this is relevant to this. If you may or may not notice, there's not much here. Oh, lag spike. Holy lag spike. I'm just going to pop myself a drink during this. What on earth just happened? Back to Minecraft, not the Microsoft Store. No. Oh, my game crashed. Okay, I'll just load it back up again, but hopefully it's still like all safe then. Pepsi, not sponsored, but let's just say Coca-Cola is illegal on this round. Any drink that's owned by Coke as well, so no Sprite either. Not Pepsi Max. They pour like a third of a glass, but hang on. Ration it. But basically, Germany had an abundant amount of uranium underneath their town and began mining it and developing missiles, nukes, and the first nuclear power plant, which is no longer there, which I'll get into probably after this. But basically, they got a nuke and they went, wonder how I'm going to test this out. So, peaceful little Blockville, thriving, shops, everything. It even had a cat cafe, which there's still ruins of. Blockville had the first football ground, which is still there. Beautiful lake. It was just beautiful between my mate Rowan and Tyler, who both made it together. It was a beautiful town. I mean, the builds might not have been that good because, a couple of years ago, when we weren't all as. Over time, you get better at things, and being 6 years ago, this weren't as good as building back then. Not saying I'm good building now. You could just make up your own mind, really, because I don't want to. I'm sure, but now we're back in. I could show you. Shit. First ever football ground, which is still here in ruins, which will be preserved. House there, field, ruins of a cat cafe here. And we didn't actually know it was called Blockville. We completely forgot until we found the ruins of this arch that said "Welcome to Blockville." This all used to be jungle, by the way, but we chopped it all down during the restoration. There's a bridge over there. And as you can see, the lake that I was talking about used to be a lot bigger. The crater was here. As you can still see some debris for it. But basically, they saw peaceful little Blockville. And yeah, there's not much left, as you can tell. I mean, most of the houses made out of wood, so they just burned. This managed to survive somehow. Those were made of bricks, so you can see somehow that survived as well. And somehow these two brollies, but I'm not going to try show this. If I go underneath here, which has obviously got modern roads ready for development, as you can see, this is the crater. You could just kind of get a sense of the destruction. Following that, it was kind of used as a bomb test site for other countries. Not nukes, but missiles up on the hill there. So most remains were destroyed. But the most intact building was actually the railway station, which obviously we used minecarts at the time, but it's still here. And it's been restored, and other buildings are going to be restored, such as the arch, the cat cafe, the house, and the football stadium. I don't know. They might be rebuilt, or they might be turned into English heritage. They preserve sites. They don't rebuild them. They just preserve them so the rest of the ruins don't bloody collapse. But you know what I mean? Something like that. But anyway, we are rebuilding the railway. But at the time, Spain didn't exist. That was Hiddlesborough, which is another story coming. But anyway, let's move on. So basically, Germany oh wait, no, that's after. So basically, the tripods came back again. FRA City was just destroyed. That's why now there is only, trying to think off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 original buildings to old FRA City, and it's look, even the terrain is almost completely different, which I just find shocking. But rebuilt after the war, FRA City is now the most prosperous. But over time, there was a civil war where Fun So Fun now became known as FRA, based off the IRA in real life. So it's no longer the FRA, it's RIA. They won the Civil War. Following the Civil War, basically like an industrial revolution. And the FRA Union was founded, so multiple countries control, kind of acting like the European Union. The old border walls were knocked down, trains crisscrossing across the land. basically just economic boom throughout the whole world. Skipped out on something there. Before the Civil War, Hiddlesborough kind of suffered basically had a Blockville, and today where Hiddlesborough once was is Barcelona. I can actually go over and show you. Wait, I'll leave it for now until we actually get to Barcelona, because I need to focus on building, because it's 6:30 and I'll go to bed at 10:30 because it's school night, but like I want to be productive with my time. Honestly, what is it with raining? I'm going to change it, so obviously I'll usually put it back to do change and that, like the time and the weather, but I'm currently recording on the stream, shall we say. So yeah, George has turned his mic off, so if there's anyone putting something in chat, I'm sorry, I can't see. I'll check every now and then. Natural regeneration. Weather. Oh, it's further down, isn't it? Ah, yes, weather cycle. Let's continue. Paving the way. Okay, now we can switch back to gravel. I'll get some dirt on me in case we need to do some terraining. But basically, now it's economic, just boom, really, more and more industry. And now it's kind of died off over the years. It's just really me, another one of my mates, Rowan, who actually was co-founder of it. Well, it's not really a co-founder. Tyler and Rowan were both main founders of the town. And from Glasgow, which is currently basically just like off to the west of where Blockville will be. In Blockville is currently a district, and it's being rebuilt, as you can see. Brand new look. It's going to look basically completely different, but as part of this, I've been building multiple heritage railways, such as the Hiddlesborough Heritage Railway, which is a district in FRS City, named after Hiddlesborough, because a lot of people after Hiddlesborough was basically leveled. Oh, look, speak the devil, there's Rowan now. Basically leveled. People immigrated from, well, refugees, really, and they're welcomed with open arms because they'd just been literally Hiroshimaed, so you've got to give them some sympathy. It also happened with Blockville, but they moved to FRS City, and then when Glasgow's founded, they're like, oh, like, we served our time now, we're going to go back home, darling. And most of them moved to Glasgow. As you can see now, we're pushing through to the other side of this meander of the river. Actually, this isn't a meander, that's a pond there. Oh, there's Ron. I'm going to tell him to join the Discord. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Just keep doing that there. Obviously, this big tree is going to have to go, but first we'll lay some more gravel down, shall we? I might have misjudged where the track was there. Poo. I was supposed to put poo, whatever. We'll move this because it's a bit snug with the track, that is. I don't know what that big golden thing is in the sky over there. I think it's from an anime because this kid called Isaac used to play on the realm. He built some. We'll go with the term creatures and sculptures that are big, mega like creatures. They look very cool. I mean, there's quite a lot on the motorway to Ireland, which is in this, with Dublin, which is kind of abandoned. But on the right, there's just a bunch of creatures, and it looks so cool. So considering this tree is not connected to anything else, I'm going to use some fire on it. And to be safe, I'm just going to widen that gap there. Wrong tree, shit. Oh, whatever now. It's already on fire. She was in the way anyway, so probably got. What's with all the bees' nests? Well, that just shows how much wildlife there is here. No, stop burning. For the time being, please. We're going to kind of make it follow the river edge here before we make it go up a bridge / rampy thing. Depends if we have to. We'll see how much this forest goes up, because I know that there's the river obviously and it widens a bit, but we'll have to see where it widens, because we could just do a ramp. Let me have a look. Yeah, we could we could do a ramp, but it's gonna have to swing round and come in there, which we'll probably do, considering it's a narrow gauge and it's going a lot slower, and trains can take much slower corners, so should be okay. On CPC building, man, so annoying. Don't know what he's doing. He'd probably just be building something. We're currently working on a district called the Football Valley, because it's in between two stadiums, FRSC Stadium and Hillsborough Football Club, which obviously is in FRSC, but in the Hillsborough district. So Football Valley. Might make a small football ground for it because it's called Football Valley, but maybe not, because it is literally the miners' cottages back up with the FRS City Football Club. So probably not. That also has a heritage railway, which used to be the minecart railway that went to Germany from FRS City, Fun So Fun at the time, which only goes a very small amount of the way, but it kind of goes out over the lagoon to a small plateau, I'd say. Yeah, peninsula there. Yeah, peninsula, where it goes to a bird wildlife place, which has just got a bunch of ducks, geese and quails, which it's protected wildlife, so it's pretty nice. It's based off the narrow gauge railway at Saltburn, which if you don't know what that is, I'm thinking I'm recording a video, but this is live. It's basically a little touristy narrow gauge railway. That is canny. It's mostly for younger kids, but basically the railway, the Hiddlesborough one, takes you to a little cafe. This one's different. This one, however, not being that modern, using steam engines, it being narrow gauge and a heritage railway, as I already said, it's going to go to main Glasgow, all the way to Barcelona and FRA City, which this is going to be a very important for railway, considering that fact. You know what, I might even bring the train over here just because there's a nice little lagoon here. Don't know, I might do, might not. I mean, obviously it'll go past, but like for the time being, you know what I mean? I think I'll do that. I don't know what Rowan's doing. I think he might just be flying around, which honestly, really nice to do. I might just make a video that is just like cinematics of the builds in this, because it's just insane. It's incredible. It's just wow. It's breathtaking. It's beautiful. Might start a wildlife that, but too late, I've already placed it. Bollocks. Okay, so just imagine this will probably be more people come to see, considering it actually goes to something, which is that little, we'll go with, considering how shallow it is, we'll go with pond. Seems like the ruins of an old river there, which got some old border wall here, which is still standing, which was probably cut off by it, considering the hill there that Glasgow is built upon, the rainwater coming down, and there's also another river over there. Yeah, my render distance isn't the best considering I'm playing on PC, but that's why I'll film the cinematics on my Xbox. Most buildings do have interiors. There's quite a lot that there's a handful, we'll say, that don't, but most do have interiors. Destroy some of this because I don't want all this in my inventory, even though it's going into my inventory. Farming add-on's good, but there's a lot of crap, including the trees. We only really use it for the food and drink and that, for shops and restaurants and that, really. Oh yeah, I forgot to keep talking. I don't really know what to talk about really. Mostly briefly, because there's a lot of history in that. I mean, every building really has a story. I mean, even the plots of lands that they're built on, obviously. I mean, even if I just go back to old saves, which I've lost I have no saves of how it would have originally looked like, but I can remember it in my noggin how it was. It was this peaceful little village. Now it's a metropolis, I'd say. It's like the perfect word for it, really. Oh, look at this. Perfect. This is why I plant trees in lines, because you can easily just go straight through this. Dead easy. Terrific. I've just got all this. I might need to trim some bush a bit. Sounds a bit around that. But, you know, cut it back, it'll be just fine. Oh, see, those two trees there need to be cut down, obviously. Right, good, and we got that. Let's get the track in, and then we'll see if we need to cut back some of the branches, which I'm guessing we will do, but it do no harm doing that. Just like that there. That is definitely going to be cut back. Okay, that's a pretty good level. It's only really those needed doing. Look, I think we do a bridge. That would be a good idea, going across. See, this is the Orma back tunnel. So close yet so far. And maybe when people stay, I'll put some music on. Maybe if Rowan joins. what level do we need to get up to? 65, and currently it is at 60. What? Okay, so it only needs to be at this level. It's fine, I guess. Having it at that level. Jack's back. George is back from the shadow realm, it appears. Back to rub it all over his mic. Hello, George. It doesn't. I have it up on. Look, I'll even show you the tab if you watch my screen. George, reset your thing. Why does it still say Prism Lens? Oh my god, have I just been talking this entire time? For fuck's sake. Why are you not working? Error. One more backup primary URL. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why is it acting like this? I've been doing this for it. Look, I've just got a second view and it's just not working. I'm gonna have to end the stream and do it all again.